But he has a new single out today, and I joined him at a studio in London this week to ask him why he's been away from the music scene for so long.
Well, I haven't had anything out for a couple of years, but I've sort of been in the recording scene, and as much as I've been in the studio all the time. It just seems to take longer and longer, for me anyway, to make the sort of records I want to hear. So I've been working on this album, you know, the new one, for almost 2 years, which seems like a very long time.
But does it take 2 years because it's getting harder for you, or because you have to get the enthusiasm going?
All of those things. The writing gets harder. I think it's probably the easiest record to make is always your first one. After that, there's always something to compete against, something in your past that you're trying to improve and better. And the better the records you make, the harder it is to top them.
Can we catch up on the true life Bryan Ferry story? Because there's so many distortions that you read about in the paper.
You have to run fast, but yes, do try.
You're married to Lucy Helmore. You've had one child so far, and I understand there's another one imminent. How
Expected
imminent?
within the hour, yeah. Very soon. In about a week or so.
And what sort of a life do you lead these days? I mean, when you're not rushing around doing interviews for the new single, what is life for Bryan Ferry?
Well, in the studio an awful lot of the time. Not really much free time at all, and certainly not a country squire type of existence, which people tend to kind of think. If you aren't, you know, in the public eye for a couple of years, you think you're sort of, you know, doing the garden.
I'm going to do something really cruel to you now.
Just brace myself.
I've had a letter and a photograph. I'm going to unravel this. You're probably
It's my old school photograph.
You've got it straight away.
It's the only big scroll I've ever seen.
Now, can you spot yourself in that photo?
Well, it's possibly not in the girls' section, so that makes it a bit easier.
You should find yourself there somewhere.
God, what a flashback. Still a sort of sulky face even at that point.
This letter is from a lady called Maggie Ray, and she says, we attended the same grammar school in Washington. And I remember Bryan's performance as Malvolio in 12th Night.
Brings a tear to my eye just to think of it. Yeah.
He looked a treat in his canary yellow cross-gaitered tights. And I also recollect one master, who she thinks is now a head of a local comprehensive, proclaiming to Bryan, you'll make nothing of yourself, lad. Was that, I mean, what was life like then in the sixth form? Was this the start of you getting the music together and the art?
No, it was the start of becoming interested in art, yeah, and painting and so on. And that's when I became a bit of a problem boy at school, I think.
In what sense?
Well, in that I was sort of became very fixed in my mind as to what I wanted to do.
There's a lot of publicity recently about Jerry Hall's memoirs in various newspapers, and I believe the book is due to be published fairly soon. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw bits of it. Enough to not really make me that keen to read the whole lot. I always think it's kind of vaguely distressing when people kind of sell their past to newspapers in that way. And it's a very difficult thing to comment about, of course. But I think, you know, we all make mistakes in life, and I'm no exception. And, you know, you tend to want to forget them rather than to be made aware of them too much.
If Slave to Love didn't make it into the charts, would it matter?
I think it would, yeah. I mean, to be honest.